it was a little bit shorter of a day. Tomorrow's going to be our long practice, probably our most voluminous practice. So we gave the three some reps today. I thought that was good to see them go out there. Just continuing on first, second down, run, play action. Just kind of just part of the grind of training camp. Nothing really stood out, good or bad. I think guys are getting a better understanding of what to do each and every day. But they still have energy. We'll get through tomorrow, and then they'll hopefully next week get the pads on. I think that's when we'll really start to see some things.
You have the spider pads on. How do you increase kind of the physicality in addition to the line play?
These guys are pros. They practice the same. A lot of these guys practice the same way in spiders as they do, without them on. But just allows us to, do a little bit more against each other. Able to go do that run play action period, a little 9-on-7, and just work the run game. So I like where the run game's coming. Our defense has a good understanding of how to fit the run. So we're just going to keep working it till we feel like we've mastered it.
Saw Phil Hoskins working to the side today. Do you expect him to be that a long-term thing, or?
Not sure. Yeah, I don't think it'll be too long. I mean, it's just whenever he's ready to go. It's just kind of up to him and the doctors.
Did that happen in between like mini camping?
Yeah, that's not something. Yeah, that happened for him. Yeah, didn't happen with us.
To have a healthy Donte back, what's that mean for the secondary and the defense?
Well, we think Donte's a tremendous player and he's a great competitor. So we'd love to have him. Like everyone else, all of our starters want to have him for all 17 games. But I think the thing with Donte is he brings tremendous energy to the practice field and to the meeting rooms. He's a guy that the players like. He's a great cover corner, and he will be physical. I mean, he will tackle. So I think he's got a well-rounded game. So. Having him, he's one of our best players. So we're looking forward to having him and having. When you have JC and AJ as well, and Melvin and the other guys, we have some flexibility where we can move guys around. So excited to have Donte and use him in a lot of different ways.
JC made a couple plays on the ball today.
Yeah, made a play on the deep ball. One-on-one with DJ down there. It was a heck of a play. So he's got. You draft guys with 33-inch arms. You expect him to go up and get the ball, and he did. So.
You said that kind of his technique is still kind of coming along because he played more inside in South Carolina. But how you see his instinct, like his on-ball instincts, are you seeing that kind of show out a little bit?
He definitely has instincts. I would agree with what he said. I mean, he just has to master the details of our defense, and that's going to take time. Sometimes guys, one of the most dangerous things about being a master of something is you think and so one of the things I love about JC is his mindset I think is going to be one that's he's always trying to get better. I mean the best players in this league, they're always trying to get better, even when they don't ever feel like they've done it all. And so he's got great instincts. He's got long arms. He's a physical kid, and most importantly, he's got the right mindset to be a good player.
We come out here every day. We kind of want this big takeaway. And you said yesterday with Taylor, you're not going to really see much until you get pads on, left side, right side, or whatever. So what do you come out here as a coach and really look for in these 4 days and they're not in pads? What are you looking at?
Yeah, I literally, I know it's going to sound like Coach B. I literally look at every day as its own entity, right? Like so, we want to set a standard of the effort that we play with, the attention to detail that we play with, and then we're just trying to get better at little things. Like we're trying to get better at pad level. We're trying to get better at tackling. So you can't really tackle here, but you can certainly run the right angles. We can certainly track the near hip. We're trying to get master our assignments. So it's all those fundamentals that, again, it's not some huge like that's I don't have a great answer. It's just like, are we getting a little bit better? Are we getting 1% better at every little detail? And so like something as simple as we installed the kickoff return today. Are we getting better at that? So I just want to be a team that's, when you look at us, we're just a little bit better each and every day, and I want to continue that through the season. I think that's what good teams do. They play their best football at the end of the year, and so it's that mindset of, hey, we've never arrived. We're always working. We don't, look for light at the end of the tunnel. We just come out and grind every day. That's what I really look for, and I think each day, you're not going to do that every day. You want to do it every day, but today was a good day. So.
Hey Matt, you doubling back on something you talked about with Sam a few days ago, and you said it's not necessarily that he needs to come out and be a leader right now. Just he needs to get better every day. What is I wonder if you could talk a little bit more about that. What is the thinking behind that? Just it seems like you guys are trying to take a lot of pressure off him and just let him play football. I guess.
Yeah. what does being a leader mean? You know, at the end of the day, like, what is a football team? What are we going to need on those 17 Sundays that we play? We're going to need guys that go out and do their job. You know, we're going to need guys that are really well prepared and play well. So, the key for us as a team is, like, we don't need a ton of speeches. We don't. No, there's times for that. There's times when a guy says something, but like, they're going to listen to the players who they know work really hard, and they're going to listen to the players who go out there on Sundays and do their job and play well. And so, to me, during training camp, we're definitely trying to build brotherhood. We're trying to build leadership in that, you know, that, hey, this guy does his job. This guy practices really hard. So Sam's goal right now is not that I don't want him to be a leader. It's that I want him to focus on being a quarterback and learning our system. You know, like, he's going to play against guys that have been in the same, you know, system for 6, 7, 8 years. Some guys have been in the same system for 10 years. He's been in it for like 2 months. So his whole focus to me is just on playing quarterback, you know, learning the system, learning the progressions, learning the protection calls. The thing about playing quarterback is when something goes wrong, like someone misses a block, you've got to make it right. You know, like, every play is really on the quarterback position. And so he's got a lot to do. So I just want him to focus on that. And I think the guys see his work ethic. I mean, I think he's the first guy on the field every day. And, you know, I think he's one of the last guys to leave every night. So when they see him doing that, they'll respect him. And I know they respect him. I know they like him.
I heard an interview with you this morning. Like, it takes till they're sometimes, you know, a few years into the system before they really, you know, really start to have a comfort level with it, right?
I talked to Mike Lombardi this summer. He said something great to me. He said, you know, everybody wants a guy to be a master carpenter before he's an apprentice carpenter. Like, you know, like, you know, we draft these quarterbacks into the NFL and we're comparing them to guys that are like 35 and 40. Like, you know, let them have some time to grow. And so we don't have a lot of time for Sam because we're going to play, and we want him to play like everyone else plays. You know, the league doesn't care how old you are, but I just want him to worry about himself every day. And it's the same thing I want from, you know, Robbie. I want Robbie and DJ to come out here every day and try to get better. And when they see that, they'll grow into positions where guys say, you know what, I respect him. I'll listen to him when he says something to me.
What are your thoughts on PJ and Will so far this game?
You know, I think it's hard to talk about today because I haven't seen it yet, but I think that, you know, they both have way more mastery of the offense than they did last year. You know, you can see that they can both visualize it. They both throw the ball really well. They're both smart. I'm anxious to get them in preseason games. I think that's where we'll see the quarterbacks, you know, the young, you know, those two guys really shine and show what they can do. So, but I think, you know, they're both of those guys are workers, and I think they have really good understanding of our system, you know, because they've been in it for a year.
Matt, you guys are big in analytics. When you guys were evaluating where you needed to improve on defense this offseason, what did the analytics say as far as having another edge rusher opposite of Brian?
I don't know that, you know, I don't know that we. I think we just recognize that, not even taking the, you know, we just want to have, you know, we want to have pressure on both sides and pressure in the middle, really, and you know, so I think it's everyone. It comes from everyone, right? So it's like Derek Brown becoming a dominant rusher on the inside. Derek's a dominant run defender, but we need him to be a rusher. You know, that's why I went and got Hassan and Luvu and those guys, and I know Marquise Haynes can do it, you know, as well. So I think we just need to have pressure coming from all different angles. And then Brian has to improve as a rusher. You know, he has to add power to his game and counters and all those things. So I think that's kind of been our focus, you know, and I think we've tried to build the defense in a way that allows us to get pressure from both sides.
Matt, last year you kept 3 quarterbacks, I guess primarily because of COVID and all that. What's your thought and number of quarterbacks this year?
You know, it's a great question. I don't know that we know that yet. I think we'll see. You know, I don't ever want to be bound by numbers. You know, I always want to keep what I think are the best players. I think so. You know, right now I could see us keeping 3, and I could see us going down to 2. You know, it just really kind of, to me, depends upon where we are, you know, later in the year. You know, the rules are the same. They kept the rules the same as they did last year with the short-term IR and the practice squad, the standard elevation. So we're kind of still in that same space. And to be quite honest with you, I don't think any of us really know what the world's going to look like in 4 weeks from now with, you know, Delta variant and all these different things. So I'm just trying to be very flexible. But it's a great question. I think we would always just try to keep, hey, who are the players we don't want to lose, and kind of work out from there.
From your perspective, outside of COVID, like, what's the benefit of having like 3 quarterbacks versus 2? I know the best players, but like, what does it add to have 3 versus 2?
I just think that, you know, if you get down to, you know, them, you know, you need it. And then just I think when you have young quarterbacks that you think, hey, these guys have a chance to be good players, I think that helps you as well. But other than that, I don't think, you know, obviously you can use that roster spot on something else. So I just am operating in the space of COVID right now, still in my brain, so I can't even really go there, to be honest with you, yet. So, all right, guys, thanks now. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
All right, I gotta pull this down. I can't breathe.
Are you not fine yet?
No. I hope I don't get fined. You know, let me just do this. But no fines. No fines at all.
If you're comfortable saying, are you at a certain level of vaccination, or are you gonna?
I'm not zero vaccination, period. Nothing against it. I mean, I know people that got the vaccination. I know people that still caught COVID. So to me, it's like, what's the point? But that's just me. So nothing against it. But I ain't doing it.
Are you worried at all about, I guess, it's kind of some things that you're secluded from? Is that a concern at all because of the new protocols?
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like my choice. So, you know, like I know, like unvaccinated players, you can't do this, you can't do that. Like, you know, when it comes to family, you know, you can't do this. Like, it is what it is. It don't bother me though. Like I said, it's my choice. So.
What's been your acclimation to this defense and kind of learning what Bill Snow wants you to do?
It's a new defense for me, coming from the system that I was in. Just take a little adjusting. I ran this type of style defense in college and early in my career. So, I mean, it's just like refreshing the brain.
What are you doing differently?
Just more study, more film study. Like I said, the defense I was in the past 4 years was more just repetition. You know, you kind of knew it, but, you know, you learn something new every day. But with here, it's just, you know, getting with the guys that ran the defense, talking with coaches, you know, meeting a little more. You know, just so I can really, you know, start playing fast and get the swing of things.
And is there anything that you're hoping to improve, whether it's to yourself or this, anybody this year?
Me, I'm just looking to prove and take care of my body, you know, my knowledge of this defense and, you know, just becoming more of a leader.
How do you do that?
Film study, I mean, just me being me out here on the field. And I'm just getting to know the playbook, know the defense, and that way I can, you know, talk, communicate, and just be who I am.
Matt was talking about, I don't know exactly what word he used. I don't think quirky was it, but your personality and what it brings to this group. What do you think?
I mean, I'm a guy all about smiles. Like I just like to have a good time. I'm you know, like when I came in, I, you know, showed off my ticket, had my helmet on, ready to go. Like that's just me. I mean, I'm just ready to go. But yeah, I'm just like positive energy, man. That's just how I am. I love positive energy. Like somebody's down, I, you know, try to my best, you know, to get you up.
What went into bringing the helmet home?
Just for conditioning purposes. Like I know it's gonna be hot here. I'm from Miami, so humidity and hot is two different things to me. So this is not that bad. You know, a lot of guys like, oh, it's hot, it's hot. Like, nah, it ain't hot. But that was just, you know, for training purposes.
Do you feel that positivity that you bring is maybe one of the biggest assets you bring to this team and to the defense?
I'd say, yeah, and just my style of play. You know, fast, physical, and like I said, you know, just positive.
What was attractive about the Panthers to you?
Just the defense, you know, guys like D-Jack back there, Shaq. I mean, man, Shaq been knowing each other, you know, since we got in the league. You know, I call him the OG Dan Morgan. You know, he's here. You know, TD, you know, has something to do with it also. And, you know, just this tradition here, man. You had great linebackers come through here, and we just want to be a part of it.
You know Beeson at all?
Oh, yeah, man, John Beeson talked probably the entire time at TD's retirement party.
How much does the youth of this defense kind of make it more attractive as a suitor for you for what you want?
I mean, it's a bunch of young guys, but, you know, you see the type of talent that they do have. And, you know, just bringing in, you know, veteran guys like myself, you know, some other guys, you know, like Shaq, who's been here, you know, who can get these guys rolling, you know, get them going, like really scary defense.
Is it odd being kind of the old guy in the room?
I'm used to kind of being one of the youngest guys, but I don't want to say it's odd, but it's like, you know, some guys call me like the vet, they call me like the OG. I'm like, hey, I ain't that old, you know. I still feel young. Like, I woke up feeling 22 today.
What were some things that TD and John Beeson and whoever else you might have talked to?
I mean, they told me I'm going to love it here. You know, they just told me, you know, just learn the defense, and, you know, the rest is history.
Hey, Denzel, can I ask you one more COVID question? So, you know, Rhule was saying he was pretty happy that, you know, it was above 85%. And, I mean, so was there any pressure from people to get the shot, did you feel like? Or Did you just kind of explain your reasoning? He also said there was guys that explained the reasoning, and he's like, okay, I'm good with it.
Yeah.
So
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, you know, obviously that's like the thing that everybody's pushing for. They want us to get vaccinated. It wasn't no pressure. Like for guys like myself, like, you know, we have our reasons, you know, why not. You know, he doesn't pressure us at all. But, you know, he do, like, you know, kind of make little jokes like, hey, you know, you get vaccinated, you don't have to wear the mask. Like, you know, hey, you get vaccinated, you might be able to do this. I'm like, hey, coach, I'm not doing it. But, yeah, no pressure, no pressure.
Do you prefer that? I mean, there's other, teams are approaching it differently, or have you, like, been comfortable?
How I feel, everybody's about to be wearing this. So, yeah, vaccinated, unvaccinated, don't matter. We all finna be wearing a mask.
And I guess so far, just how is this training camp compared to, your time out west? Is it kind of similar? Is there a big difference being with
I mean, honestly, I don't think I ever finished a practice like I just got out of the pool. But only thing different, just the team, the atmosphere, and the weather. I mean, training camp is training camp.
Cool. When you look at your two edge rushers there, what's that bring in? How's that fire up a defense?
You got to pick your poison, whatever side you're going to double team. So if you double team this side, you got this guy on this side. And I mean, you can't double both sides. And then you got the D lineman down there. So I just say you got to pick your poison. And that make it, you know, easy for guys like DJ back there, you know, to get interceptions. And, you know, I might catch a couple this year too. But, you know what I mean, that just make it, you know, easier, you know, for the guys, you know, back deep.
What about Chin? What have you seen out of him so far?
Chin is, they call him Baby LeBron. He's not normal. I mean, just watching him, he's a freak athlete. Hey, D-Jack, they got a question about Jeremy Chin for you.
Baby LeBron?
Yeah, Baby LeBron. Hey, that's what y'all call him, Baby LeBron? See?
Who gave him the name?
You got to ask him. I just got here, man. I just got here. Yeah, but nah, man, he's a great player, man. He's a great player. I mean, I heard he went from linebacker to, you know, to safety. Heard he had to do 2 duties last year as far as rookie duties. And, I mean, just, you know, as a player, though, like, he's just different.
Hey, I was going to ask you about, you guys got 2 scrimmages this summer. I mean, do you like that as a player or no?
I just work here, so whatever they want us to do, I'm with it. Yeah. I mean, it don't bother me. We just getting better. That's how I see it.
Good?
Yep.
Cool. Thank you, Denzel.
Thanks,
Tell you, I'm
Denzel.
going to be this.
Appreciate it.
I think that was Zell. I think Zell did that. But I mean, it's fitting. It's definitely fitting. That guy is just a physical specimen, man. He's back on the back end, so we trying to slow him down a little bit. You know, he can't go flying in there like he's used to. But for the most part, he understands the game, so it's coming really natural to him.
How do you quantify how much better you feel now with yourself?
Oh, it feels great. Feels great. It was getting extensive treatment all off season just to make sure I came in here without any problems. Our training staff did a great job of accommodating me with like special foot soles and stuff like that. Adidas actually did a lot of work with getting me some good cleats for this season, so I wouldn't have anything to worry about. So it feels great.
No more treatment?
Huh?
No more treatment on there? Or no?
Oh, definitely still getting treatment. Definitely still just being proactive to make sure nothing else comes up.
So is it something that's kind of going to be lingering? And
Nah, I'm just making sure that it doesn't. Yeah, just being extra careful, and I do that with all my body parts. So it's just something that I'm just staying on.
It had to be incredibly had to be incredibly frustrating. I mean, last year, just 1 week to the next, you know, just.
Yeah,
You know,
definitely.
not knowing when it's gonna be.
Definitely, when you're a competitor and you want to be out there to help your team, it's definitely frustrating, man. It was many games where I went in the locker room and just cried because I couldn't be out there and I couldn't help. And there's nothing really that you can do about it, but just staying on top of it. So I made a point this year that whether it's hurting or not, and it hasn't been, but I'm still staying on top of it, still getting treatment on it every day, and still just being proactive.
To have Chin back there at safety, how's that changed the dynamics of what you guys are doing back there and the dynamics of the whole defense?
I mean, it changed the dynamics a lot because you still have to account for him. You know what I'm saying? Most offensive coordinators are going to still have to account for him. But like I said, it's just slowing him down. He's not in the box, so he's got to, know that he's got to let the game come to him a little bit more. He can't attack like he usually do, but he's still going to be back there making plays. Still going to be flying around. It just comes from a different standpoint now.
Had you ever
be out for a time and not be able to help? You know, you were talking about how hurt you were not to be able to contribute. Had you ever been through anything like this similar?
Yeah, but no, because I hurt my groin my second year, and that's just like you pull your groin, then you're out. There's no, you're not going to be able to come back and see how it feels. But just with the toe, it's just different because you can be feeling great all 3 quarters, and then the 4th quarter you make one wrong move, and then it's just like done. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be feeling great for first 3 plays, and on the 4th play you hurt it. So it was definitely different because you never know when it was going to pop up. You never know when it was going to start hurting you. So that's something that was different for me.
So you think you're
That-
good?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's why it was like, dang, why does he keep coming in and out the game? Because, I feel good, and then it's like, one more move, and then it's like it can change the whole dynamics of like how you play. So that's what made it really, really frustrating because having conversations with my teammates throughout the week, like, yeah, I'm feeling good, and then I make one wrong move during the game, and it's like dang. So, yeah, that's the frustrating part. That's the part that had me, the most hurt,
How antsy are you to put pads on?
I mean, I'm not Denzel Perryman, so I'm not that antsy. But I mean, I'm gonna put them on, and I'm gonna pad up, and I'm gonna play. But I'm out there on the island, man. I'd rather be running out there and covering. So.
Hey, with the toe, that's like nothing you can have surgery on, right? It's nothing. It's just
lingering rest, extensive treatment. And the toe feels great. Can we not? Can we not? Can we not open up old wounds, please? But yeah, it feels great. It feels great. Haven't been giving me any problems even throughout training in the off season. Feels great. I've been still, staying on top of it. But.
And you're done talking about it.
Haven't added AJ, Boye, JC, Neven, Rashawn, and Keith. Like, how does that help? And what are your expectations?
AJ is just extremely, extremely smart, extremely crafty. This guy knows every position, and he's just a guy for us, being such a young group, he's a guy for us that just keeps everybody thinking and asking us questions and making sure we all taking notes. He's just been a great addition for the room. He's a guy who can literally go out there and teach every position in the secondary, and I think that for a growing secondary like us, a lot of athletes in that room, you need a guy like him who can come in and just get put anywhere and still be able to make plays and still be efficient.
You feel like that was missing last year?
I don't feel like it was missing. I just feel like we didn't take advantage of it because we also had Trey Boston who was the same way, but I feel like we just didn't take advantage of it because there's so much outside stuff going on.
What record you're
Sam has been great, man. He's really a competitor. That's the part of his game I think I slept on the most. He's a real competitor. He's a real leader, and he's a guy that I know is going to help us take that next step. He's been great though. He's been really competing. He's been getting everybody better, whether you're on defense, whether you're on offense, special teams. He's interactive. It's been good having Sam out here competing against him.
Who's had the better run of play between the two of you as far as completions and whatnot?
I mean, it's pretty slow out there for me, so, but they're gonna do their thing, man. He's still got some great guys he's throwing the ball to, so they definitely gonna make their share of plays.
So Denzel came out and said he's one of these guys. He's just not going to get vaccinated. He's just doesn't believe it. How do you approach it as, like, a
I'm
team?
pro-choice, man. When it comes to that, I'm worried about me.
Donte, I know we asked you about this in the spring, but in terms of your contract, do you put any thought into?
Nah, I'm just out here just trying to play ball and help my team reach elite status and help the defense reach elite status. As far as contract, I know God has a plan for me, and leave it at that. Contract is not nothing that's on my mind. I'm more focused on football and getting back in it with my teammates.
Have they come to you or your agent, Donte, though?
I'm just focused on playing ball. Not really too much trying to get into all that. I'm just focused on playing ball and help my defense reach elite status, and that's the case on that. I'm not a me guy. I don't never want to talk about anything that's going to benefit me. I'd rather talk about what's going to benefit the team, and that's really what I'm about.
How close is this defense to elite status?
We're getting there. We're getting there. It's day 3. We're getting there. We putting extra work in the film room, extra working on the field. The camaraderie, we're building that chemistry, and that's just the things that it takes to. It's just beyond athleticism. It's beyond play calls. It's just more about just getting together and building that chemistry. And I think that we're taking the right steps in that direction.
Matt's talked about how last year, because you didn't have shutdown corner out there, you really couldn't play a lot of man-to-man, especially on third down.
Chess.
How did that? Well, you were hurt at the toe. So how much is having JC there now a help to you impact what this defense can do?
I think you win a lot of games if you can take receivers and take a passing game out, and I think that's emphasis of ours. You know, that was an emphasis of the front office in the offseason. I think that that's something that we're taking in the right direction. And you know, we got a lot of guys who's competing, a lot of guys who's out there who can play, and that's just what we're gonna do. You know, we're gonna compete and we're gonna play, and everything else gonna take care of itself. You know, and with that front seven, you know, we can do a lot of things out there.
When did you first injure your toe last year?
Week 3.
In a game?
Yeah, against the Chargers.
And it was pretty much the rest of the season.
Yeah.
I mean,
What have you seen out of Terrace?
Oh, Terrence is a guy who he can do it all. You know, you line him up inside, line him up outside. He's I like to call him a go-getter guy because he's gonna go find the ball and he's gonna catch everything. He can get open. He's really as advertised.
how would you describe Horn's build?
Exactly how you would describe it. He's really strong, really physical. He can run. He can really do everything out there. Just, you know, it's still, you know, getting into it. You know, his first training camp, so he's getting into it. Have to calm him down a little bit, you know, and let him know that, you know, all the quarterbacks are good. He gets up on himself sometimes when a pass or something get caught, but he's learning. He's gonna be exceptional.
Donte, can you give us some of your early impressions of Shi Smith, the rookie?
Shi's really good. He catches everything. Great routes, really fast. And he's a guy that's just willing to learn, man. I can see him all in DJ's ear, all in, you know, Robbie's ear, just trying to pick their brain. But he's a guy who's really willing to work, and he's getting it done. He's having a great few days.
He showed a real, almost over-the-top aggressive nature in his senior years playing. Have you seen any of that yet? Has he been a little demonstrative and overly aggressive at times?
Yeah, definitely. But he's a calm, you know, cool, laid-back guy. So he's not over the top with it, but he's definitely, when he's on the football field, he's definitely a guy that can get aggressive and that's going to catch the ball. Definitely catch balls, and he's going to definitely be strong. He got strong hands.
What do you think about Chin in the back end?
Oh yeah, Chin is just a guy, you know, he's so used to being like up front and go and get it. So right now he's just working on just slowing it down and letting the game come to him. And he has a great understanding for just football. So it hasn't been a huge hard transition for him, you know, because he understands the game and he's just naturally aggressive. So you don't want to ever take that away from him. So, but Chin has been great. He's been great. He's had a great few days, and even in training, I mean, the meeting room, he's been a guy who's just asking questions, writing down everything, holding guys accountable, and he's going to really be a leader for us.
Trenton Cannon seems to make a big catch every day almost out there. The first couple of days ago, he made a double move on you that was pretty impressive. What have you seen out of him as a wide receiver versus a running back?
He's really fast. He's really fast. Still has some work to do with his routes and stuff, but at the end of the day, he's a guy who he understands what's going on out there, and he knows that what he has, a lot of guys don't have, and that's just flat out speed.
And why is it fitting this baby LeBron? Why is it? You said it was
Just
fitting with baby LeBron. Why?
Because he's just a physical guy. We back on Chin, right?
Yes.
Okay. He's just a physical freak, man, and he works and he takes care of his body, and he's just out there just trying to do things that nobody else has seen before. So he's definitely a guy who that name is really fitting for.
Thank you.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Two best interviews they've had.